Do you remember Jonah? He ran away frustrated from the city he was supposed to go and preach. He ran away. Ministry. And God caught up with him. They threw him in the sea. You remember that story? You know, you thought that as he has repented, he went to Nineveh to preach hungry message. I was not ready to come here. God caught up with me. He saw other people he didn't call them. He still went after me. I came to preach. All of you are dying. You are finished. I can imagine the kind of message he preached. He didn't know that God works everything together for good. He was preaching with anger. Woe unto all of you. You are dying. You are going to perish, all of you. God said you will perish. Do you know what the Ninevites did? The king immediately humbled himself, tore his clothes, commanded there should be a fast in the whole kingdom. Do you know the Bible says everybody fasted, including the beast? So if you had a pet, your pet will fast. Everybody fasted in the kingdom. And God relented when they repented. And the evil that was supposed to befall them couldn't come up again. Do you know that he was frustrated because they did not perish? Jonah was frustrated again. Do you know preachers can preach in anger, frustrated? And not by now, I know where my mates are talking. By now, I know I should be preaching in stadium. And because of the feelings, without understanding, begins to have anxiety and frustration setting in. Anything you try to labor to get and it's not coming true, one can be frustrated. You can have faith and still feel frustrated. You can be anointed, can be a tongue talker, you can be a church goer, you can be born in Christian home, you can be prayerful, you can, be a word person and still feel frustrated. Once you are not getting the results that is commensurate to the level of your inputs or labor, you will always feel frustrated. There was even a prophet in the scripture that ran away from Jezebel. Do you remember Elijah? Elijah said, God, like he was begging for death. He ran away from death and was still begging for death. He said, I'm the only one that remains. They've killed all your prophets. They've taken over everywhere. And God said, I still have 7,000 reserved that have not. So sometimes when you feel you are the only one, we should be careful. Can you imagine for everyone that feels like that, there's a 7,000 reserved that have not bowed? In this office, I'm even frustrated. Am I the only one? I can't take bribe. I can't talk about bribe. I can't cut corners. I can't do this and see how they sideline me. I should have been promoted for the past 4-5 years and then I'm going through a lot and I don't know what to do now. The young man is frustrated. The young lady is frustrated. My boss wants to sleep with me. Chairman is angry with us. All this and everything just all about me. Me. Let me tell you something. Anytime you are feeling that you are alone and you can't remember that God is with you, it's a sense of frustration. As a believer, I'm telling you, God is with you. Can you help me to talk to your neighbor? Say, God is with you.